Hello, it's me, Camelia, and you're watching KiniNews. Anwar Ibrahim today slammed certain opposition leaders for accusing the government of weaponizing the MACC against political rivals. He stressed that the anti-graft body is independent and, in fact, it should be more proactive. Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim today denied claims that MACC's action against Bersatu was politically motivated. Speaking to reporters after chairing the cabinet meeting today, Anwar said the government is not using the MACC as a political tool against Bersatu. He stressed that the anti-graft body is independent in its operation.
Jadi adalah tidak bertanggungjawab bagi tokoh-tokoh parti politik pembangkang yang dalam proses siasatan membuat tomahan tentang campur tangan dari pihak kerajaan perpaduan.
Yesterday, Bersatu Secretary General Hamzah Zainudin alleged that the current administration was using a government agency as a tool to kill the party's credibility. This comes after Bersatu's bank accounts were frozen to facilitate investigations under the Anti-Money Laundering and Anti-Terrorism Financing Act. Meanwhile, Anwar said there were two factors that led to the MACC investigating Bersatu. The first, he said, was that reports were made to the police and MACC on Bersatu's usage of funds. Secondly, when carrying out his duties as finance minister, he discovered projects involving high expenditures that were carried out without a tender process. Meanwhile, Anwar also appealed for MACC to be more efficient.
I think we made it quite clear, this issue of judicial independence and the rule of law. And of course, the only thing I appeal is that they must be more proactive, more efficient, and act faster, because the thrust of this administration has always been good governance and getting rid of corruption and abuse of power.
With its accounts frozen, Bersatu is somewhat paralyzed, especially when it needs to prepare for the coming state elections. This is why Muhyiddin said the party will be writing to the MACC so it can carry out political activities. Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin has urged MACC to unfreeze the party's accounts so it may prepare for the coming state polls and pay party workers. Speaking to reporters today, Muhyiddin said the party will be writing a letter to the MACC with a request to unfreeze its accounts. He also reiterated Bersatu's hope that the MACC will not use the move to paralyze PN.
Pasal ada orang kata ini motifnya politik, jadi kalau langkah begini diambil, maka tentu menghalang apa saja usaha yang sedang kita buat untuk terlibat dalam aktiviti pilihan raya, membantu rakan-rakan dalam Perikatan Nasional dan sebagainya.
Muhyiddin also denied claims that Bersatu had received ill-gotten funds while he served as Prime Minister. Also present were other PN leaders including past President Abdul Hadi Awang and Gerakan President Dominic Lau. MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki on Tuesday confirmed that Bersatu's accounts had been frozen 2 weeks ago. This was done to facilitate investigations under the Anti-Money Laundering and Anti-Terrorism Financing Act. Further, Muhyiddin stressed that Bersatu's audited financial records as revealed to the public will clear the party of any impropriety claims. If the MACC does not unfreeze Bersatu's accounts, a party leader fears it will not be able to prepare for the state polls because it's a small party with little money. Bersatu's campaign in the upcoming state elections could be affected by MACC's move to freeze the party's account. This is according to Bersatu Deputy President Ahmad Faisal Azumu. The former Perak Menteri Besar told Sinar Harian that this is because Bersatu is a small party that does not have a lot of funds. He said if the party didn't have any money, it wouldn't be easy to hold an election campaign and it would hamper their campaign efforts. Noting that he did not know why Bersatu's accounts were frozen, Faisal said that the party will nevertheless cooperate with the MACC. Faisal added that he hoped the MACC will conduct their investigations quickly, as with their accounts frozen, they will have problems with the party's operations, including paying workers' salaries. Yesterday, ILT was reported that MACC had frozen 2 of Bersatu's accounts 2 weeks ago to facilitate investigations under the Anti-Money Laundering and Anti-Terrorism Financing Act. The revelation came just a day after the party declared its 2020 and 2021 accounts in an attempt to counter allegations of corruption.
Meanwhile, Bersatu's Hamzah believes the action against the party is politically motivated.
Bersatu Secretary General Hamzah Zainudin has decried MACC's move to freeze the party's bank accounts. Hamzah alleged that the current administration was using the government agency as a tool to kill the party's credibility. Hamzah, in a statement last night, expressed disappointment over the government's actions. He also claimed that the people are aware of the current administration's sleazy strategy to divert the people's attention from its weakness, failure, and nepotism. He added that Bersatu will continue to cooperate in the investigation so that malicious slander on the party can be stopped immediately. This comes after MACC Chief Commissioner Azam Baki confirmed that Bersatu's accounts had been frozen. This was done to facilitate investigations under the Anti-Money Laundering and Anti-Terrorism Financing Act. A MACC source who spoke on condition of anonymity claimed that the account freeze was over allegations that Bersatu received contributions from some 10 contractors who received various projects when the party was running the government. According to the source, the number of contributions was suspected to be more than 300 million ringgit in total. They claimed that the balance in the 2 Bersatu bank accounts was currently around 40 million ringgit.
Once upon a time, Azmin Ali used to be the Menteri Besar of Selangor, and now some in PN believe he has what it takes to return to run the state government.
Perikatan Nasional has not ruled out the possibility of nominating Azmin Ali as the Selangor Menteri Besar if he wins the state election. This is according to Selangor PN Election Machinery Deputy Director Zulkifli Hanafi. Speaking to Berita Harian, the Tanjung Karang MP said opportunities are always open for the former Selangor MB to return to lead the state. However, he said all decisions rest with the PN leadership to determine the best candidate for the state polls. Zulkifli said PN is also confident that Azmin's experience could help him win in Selangor. However, he admitted that Azmin is facing a difficult task in defending the Bukit Antarabangsa state seat that he has held since 2008. He explained this is because Malay voters are less than 50% in the constituency. For the record, Azmin held the position of Selangor Menteri Besar from 2014 to 2018. Meanwhile, Zulkifli said he is confident that PN will win 33 out of the 56 state assembly seats in the next polls.
The discussion over Sabah and Sarawak's seat composition in Dewan Rakyat has begun. However, it will be a long process before it's brought to Parliament for a vote.
Deputy Prime Minister Fadillah Yusof said returning the 1/3 seat composition in the Dewan Rakyat for Sabah and Sarawak is still in the discussion stage. The seat composition is stipulated in the Malaysia Agreement 1963, also known as MA63. However, he said the matter will take 2 to 3 years to complete as it needed to go through many stages. This includes 3 main committees, namely the MA63 Steering Committee, MA63 Technical Committee, and MA63 Implementation Action Council, as well as other parties. Fadillah said the MA63 Technical Committee, chaired by him, would discuss issues related to MA63 and give priority to those that did not involve technical legal matters. Fadillah also said that the 1/3 parliamentary seat allocation for Sabah and Sarawak was important as it would not allow the peninsula to amend the federal constitution that may eliminate the rights of the regions as enshrined in MA63. In addition to the parliamentary seat allocation, he said the return of autonomy of education and health to Sabah and Sarawak was also currently in the discussion stage.
Charity or vote buying? That is the question the MACC is trying to answer, and it's getting the help of 90 voters who received cash during GE15 to help paint a clearer picture.
The MACC has identified up to 90 individuals who had allegedly received cash handouts in Terengganu for voting for a party in GE15. This is according to MACC sources. This was part of the agency's investigation into a viral video which shows people waiting in front of a building to purportedly collect payment from PAS for voting. So far, MACC has managed to track down about half of the 90 men and women. One source close to the investigation said the recipients have been called in to get their statements recorded. The source revealed that the man shown in the video giving out the cash to voters had also been summoned for questioning. The source added that there is some difficulty finding the cash recipients because not all of them reside in Terengganu. After GE15, allegations surfaced on social media that PAS had given money to voters. PAS Election Director Muhammad Sanusi Noor quickly denied this. He claimed that it was just a ploy by rivals to smear PAS and that the Islamic Party does not have the funds to pay voters.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Camelia. Thanks for watching.